Have you ever heard of a queen so intelligent, so wealthy, and so powerful that she traveled across deserts and seas just to test the wisdom of a king? This isn't a fairy tale. This is the story of the legendary Queen of Sheba. For centuries, her tale has echoed through history, a figure shrouded in mystery and immense power. But who was she really? In the Bible, she's an unnamed queen from a distant land, arriving in Jerusalem with a massive caravan of camels, loaded with spices, gold, and precious stones. Her mission? Imagine the scene. A powerful, confident queen standing before a legendary king, their minds clashing in a battle of wits. The Bible tells us that Solomon answered all her questions. There was nothing too hard for him to explain. Utterly impressed, she declared that the reports of his wisdom didn't even do him justice. They exchanged magnificent gifts, and she returned to her country, leaving an indelible mark on history. But that's just one part of the story. And her story is so much more than a diplomatic visit. For Ethiopians, Makeda isn't just a visiting dignitary. She is the mother of their nation. According to their sacred text, the Nagist, or the Glory of Kings, Makeda was a brilliant and beautiful black queen who ruled a vast kingdom. Intrigued by tales of Solomon's wisdom, she embarked on the long and arduous journey to Jerusalem. Makeda stayed for months, learning from Solomon about governance, philosophy, and faith. This relationship, according to the Nagist, became romantic. Before Makeda prepared to return to her homeland, Solomon, enchanted by her, devised a clever plan to ensure she wouldn't leave without a promise. He hosted a grand farewell feast with spicy food, and made her swear an oath not to take anything from his house without his permission. He, in turn, swore not to take anything from her. That night, thirsty from the spicy meal, Makeda awoke and drank some water that had been placed by her bed. Solomon, who had been waiting, declared that she had broken her oath by taking water, which was more precious than jewels. This released him from his own oath, and that night, they conceived a son. Makeda returned to her kingdom of Sheba, which many historians believe was centered in modern-day Ethiopia and Yemen. There she gave birth to a boy she named Menelik, which means son of the wise man. As Menelik grew, he was curious about his father. When he came of age, Makeda sent him to Jerusalem to meet Solomon. Now, here's where the story takes an even more incredible turn. According to the Nagist, when Menelik left Jerusalem, he didn't go empty-handed. He secretly brought with him the most sacred object in all of Judaism, the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark, which was said to hold the 10 Commandments given to Moses, was taken from Solomon's temple and brought to Ethiopia. The lineage of Ethiopian emperors, right up to Haile Selassie in the 20th century, claimed direct descent from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. This dynasty is known as the Solomonic dynasty, and it shaped Ethiopian identity for nearly 3,000 years. This is a question that has puzzled historians for ages. Evidence points to a powerful trading kingdom that flourished in southern Arabia, in what is now Yemen and Oman, known as the Sabaean Kingdom. They controlled the lucrative trade routes for frankincense and myrrh, valuable resins used in perfumes and incense across the ancient world. Archaeological finds in Yemen, like the ruins of the Great Marab Dam and the massive temple dedicated to the moon god, speak of a highly advanced and wealthy civilization. It makes perfect sense that the ruler of such a kingdom would have the resources to make the grand journey described in the biblical texts. Could Sheba have encompassed both southern Arabia and parts of Africa like Ethiopia and Eritrea? It's entirely possible. Ancient trade routes connected these regions across the Red Sea, fostering a shared culture and economy. This would explain why both Yemen and Ethiopia have strong traditions about the queen. She may have been the ruler of a Sabaean kingdom that spanned both continents, a testament to the interconnectedness of the ancient world. The Queen of Sheba's legacy is vast and multifaceted. In Jewish tradition, she is a symbol of a sincere seeker of truth. In Christian texts, Jesus himself mentions the Queen of the South, who came to hear Solomon's wisdom. In Islamic tradition, she is known as Bilqis, a powerful sun-worshipping queen who converts to monotheism after her encounter with Solomon, known as Sulayman. Her story is told in the Quran as a tale of wisdom, power, and spiritual transformation. From medieval paintings to Handel's oratorios and Hollywood blockbusters, she is consistently portrayed as a figure of exotic beauty, immense wealth, and sharp intellect. She represents a powerful female ruler in a world dominated by men. A leader who governed a prosperous kingdom and was unafraid to engage with other world leaders on her own terms. She is a diplomat, a scholar, a seeker of truth, and in some traditions, the matriarch of an imperial dynasty. So, who was the Queen of Sheba? Was she a historical queen from Yemen? Was she Makeda of Ethiopia, the mother of a nation? Was she Bilqis from the Quran? Perhaps she was all of them. Her story has been told and retold, adapting to different cultures and faiths. Yet her core essence remains the same. A powerful, wise, and enigmatic woman who left a permanent mark on the world. Her legend challenges our perceptions of ancient history, reminding us of the powerful African and Arabian kingdoms that thrived and the incredible women who led them. Her story is not just a myth. It's a foundational narrative for millions, a symbol of national identity, and an enduring source of inspiration. It's a powerful reminder that history is full of incredible stories, if we just know where to look. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed learning about the Queen of Sheba, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most fascinating figures. Let me know in the comments which version of her story you find most compelling. Until next time.